How long?
Sure fills up your garage, Dad.
How long did you have the butter out for?
It needs to be room temperature.
Overnight.
Oh, overnight you need to put it out?
In this, well, in this,
okay.
in this, feel that.
That's room temperature.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Feel it.
Yeah, okay. I have no idea what room temperature is then. Learned it.
No,
And I don't have a scale. I need to get one.
apparently not.
Huh? Apparently you don't need a scale?
Oh, your butter's too hard.
Oh, yeah.
It's a piece of crap, basically.
It's
You have to have a thermometer in the oven so that you know what temperature it is, because the reading is not accurate.
Okay.
And you have to juggle the shells from top to bottom and side to side. What, you're going to stand there like that?
Not the whole time, but I'm just going to get in the key
Get
shots.
books.
Yeah, no, you guys just do and let me do.
There's an encyclopedia,
Yep.
Britannia.
I got it. And I can take it home and then I can edit it and put it into one movie, or I can split the frames up.
Really? You're amazing. Do whatever you want.
Not really. It's pretty simple. iMovie, I make them every month for school. No. If I put effects in it and had transitions, but I can do that too. Yeah, you got to have something to work with. So just go.
Okay, Dad.
I'm just
Do
going
you want the recipe written down?
Yeah, if you want.
Then I won't have to keep asking you.
Well, should I write it down?
Want me to get that book? Okay. Can you just tell me what it is?
Pound and a half of flour. Sieved, just so we can get the weevils out of it.
The what, or what are the
Lesser of
weevils?
two weevils.
Okay, now some people will read that and think 1 pound 5 ounces.
Okay, but not us.
Not us, okay?
Okay.
All right, 4 ounces of granulated sugar.
This isn't the definitive writing.
4 ounces of icing sugar. 3 ounces of cornstarch. And 1 pound of butter.
No salt? Because you use salted butter. I guess you don't need
Salted
it.
butter.
I'm going to write salted butter then.
Well, I mean, you can put in whatever you want, but this is...
Okay.
And 350 oven for 20 to 25 minutes.
Okay.
That's it.
Do you use convection?
I used to use convection, but it's a really noisy one, so...
Well, we're at 350. Just about.
Okay.
Here you go.
Well, I'm not doing it, you're doing it.
Oh. You stand there and then.
And then Kirsten could do the next one.
Okay. Sounds good. So I'm doing.
No.
Yeah. Shouldn't I have done that? Carrot.
You're going to see it out, right? Yeah.
Now I do a pound.
Yeah, pound and a half.
Pound and a half.
You don't have to sieve it into that. This is
Okay.
You can just weigh it in there and then tip it in this one too.
Okay.
And if you've got flour that's been around a while, that could be
Don't
lumpy.
use it.
But for something like this, the lumps are not an issue because we're going to pound it in the machine.
How long is flour good for anyways?
Depends on who you ask. Ask my brother Simon. So 1 pound 8 ounces.
Yeah.
The most important thing about, from what I can gather about how you do the shortbread, is the rolling it out, tea towels and everything. You know?
Yeah, or a piece of cloth.
Yeah.
I used to use
That's Nick calling me on the phone. That's why the music went
That's what I thought. Was something like that. Should I answer it? Tell him about the slippers?
No, Dad did.
A lot of pressure here to make sure I got the shot right.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no. There we go.
Because you could be doing this while
Yeah.
Lisa's.
Yeah, nothing's open in Seashell, so I don't know where he's going to go.
Nothing's open.
I don't think so. It's Sunday, right?
Oh,
So
things are open every Sunday.
I don't think Trail-Based Sports is open on Sunday.
Put that on there before it goes off. Okay. So,
No,
we don't need that, I don't think.
no, we're
No.
measuring.
So 4 ounces of icing sugar.
You might have to open the freezer.
There we go.
Four,
Right.
4 ounces of that one.
4 ounces of granulated sugar. That's 4 ounces, right? I don't have a scale. I gotta get one.
Yeah.
4 ounces, so no. 4 ounces of this?
Yeah, it's all about weighing stuff.
I know, I gotta get one.
It's the only way you can do it.
Amazon!
Now be careful now because you're nearly there.
Oh, right, especially if you're mixing.
Okay.
I remember.
And you,
Perfection.
you can do the cornstarch now. 3
It's
ounces
so
on top.
funny when your dad's trying to be so patient with me when I was bringing me in the
When you-
back, but I think I was useless.
No,
But
what do you mean?
but-
You wouldn't have been there if you were useless.
Yeah.
You would have been
You wouldn't have
gone.
brought you into
no,
the back
no,
if
no,
you were
no. But it
useless.
just, I think, I just remember, yeah. Anyways, trying to roll croissants once. I think.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
Cut them,
you're
yeah.
lucky you got to work in the bakery. I was on the checkout.
Yeah, I know. Okay, how much? What am
3
I doing?
ounces of cornstarch.
This is cornstarch? Oh
Yeah.
no, 3 ounces of cornstarch. You guys are putting a lot of faith in me.
You
Okay.
need all that.
Doesn't weigh very much. You're lucky you got to learn how to roll croissants.
Well, I just remember I did it once.
That's what
or
you should have
twice.
done last night instead of samosas.
Yeah, they were more like Cornish pasties.
Oh,
Tell
that's
you the
not so
truth.
bad. I want to learn how to make a good Cornish pasty.
Yeah, the dough wasn't right.
Yeah, that's the tricky part.
It needs to be. And I did what you said. I fried half and baked half.
And
There you go. Oh, you're going to 11, right?
Yeah, I'm trying.
how was the first? How was it then?
I think
Which
they were
one were better?
they were equally doughy.
So we're gonna sieve it all into here.
It's not going to sit that.
We're not.
No. I don't think so. I don't think
Well,
that.
if you don't normally, then no.
Yeah. And then put that in there. And now a pound of butter.
And just throw it in there. That open
Well, the
one,
one that's
Kirsty.
open, we
Yeah.
can use that one. Sure.
And you don't even mix that up first. Just toss it in there. Toss it all.
Oh,
in
you don't
there.
have to weigh it.
No, because
No,
I already did.
It's a
That's
pound.
a pound.
It's a pound.
This is all a pound right
Yes,
here.
Yeah.
that is a pound.
Got it.
Okay, you do mix it
Well,
And
a little bit.
a little bit.
put it in.
Okay.
Yeah.
Watch out.
And we're putting it in the mixer. Sorry.
Scrape that off.
Okay.
See?
Sorry. Oh, the extra.
Yeah,
butter.
but when you're putting 40 pounds of butter in a bowl,
Yeah,
that's a lot of butter
Right.
to leave on the.
right. 40 pounds.
Well,
Crazy.
no, actually there was 12 pounds in
In
it.
the big mixer,
Yeah, in the big
in the
one.
corner there that I cleaned very often.
So you would do
Can I do this,
12
or-
Yeah, you can
times
do that.
4. 480 dozen. Does that make sense? What's 12 times 4? 48.
No.
48
Yeah.
dozen, not 480.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Now we need to bring it to the mixer.
Okay. Bring it to the mixer, Lisa.
What? Where are you going?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and this makes it super to get it done.
But you can make my KitchenAid isn't that big, but I could still make it. right? Or should
Yeah,
I make
this
half
is
a
more
batch?
of a heavy duty one.
My bowls, I mean, my one in
Mine's not this big either.
in Richmond is bigger, but I have a real small one in Seashell. It's a Cuisinart one I got super cheap at London Drugs.
Put the way.
Low and slow.
Yeah. Just on and off to begin with, just so he doesn't throw it out.
Low pressure.
Push it back onto the counter a little bit. Yeah, then we'll.
Got locked.
What's the time?
Time? What are we doing it for though? 15 minutes?
It's going to take 15.
15 minutes.
On there.
Well, time is right. Okay. Make it
Wow.
the next.
That's why my shortbread's not very good.
We'll scale the next one then.
So this,
You don't need to watch that now.
no, so on that speed, the lowest it will go for 15 minutes.
Yeah, if you put it on any higher, you'll be way
Yeah,
on
it'll
it.
be all over this.
Right.
Okay, so what do
It's
we
hard
do?
to be
Cup of
patient,
coffee?
right?
You want a cup of coffee? Oops, I don't need to do the sieve, do I? That was silly.
It didn't take 15 minutes because the butter was soft.
No, that butter was a little softer than I was thinking it was.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
But when you feel the pastry, you'll be able to,
Yeah, we need to feel the taste.
Oh,
because you've got to get it to the point where it's easy to roll out.
right.
And 3 ounces of cornstarch.
Yeah.
I do them separately, Kirsten, just in case I make a mistake, and then
Yep.
you can take the little bit out.
Oh, I see.
It's less stressful,
Hmm.
especially when you're
Hmm.
Rupert's not peering over your shoulder, making sure you're doing it right. Watching how slow you do it.
Okay, now you
Okay, clear out this.
clear that counter. Yeah, put it in rolling mode.
Do you use flour when you roll it out, Dad?
Yes.
Even though, and you have your special tea towels that you roll it in?
You roll it on top of the tea towels.
Yes.
Yeah, because the pastry's too short to roll it around the rolling pin.
Uh-huh.
So you need to keep it. You need to have something underneath it to, so it doesn't stick to the counter.
And you can't put flour because that'll put too much flour in the recipe.
You would have to
And dry it out.
Yes.
Put it
And dry it out.
It would,
Exactly.
Yes, that's what I found was happening with my samosa.
We tried so many different people's shortbreads this Christmas. Couldn't find anything.
yeah, but when you're used to
I know.
eating this all your life, the other stuff's going to taste differently.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's nice. Is that Mizerden?
No.
Earl's Wood.
Earlswood.
Very nice and thin and
Yeah, I have
Very
to
nice.
save those. My mom has some of those.
Okay.
oh
Do
yeah.
you want to come and feel this?
Yep, I do.
Ooh.
See what?
Ooh.
You should,
That's
I mean, if you keep mixing, it'll get too soft.
Right. Hold it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's so soft, huh?
And you're gonna do it all at once, or you're gonna cut it into sections? Probably sections. Can you see way down here, Pierce? Do that again, just one more time, little.
I don't
For the
need
camera.
more.
Yeah, I did.
I
I
don't
got
need
it.
more.
Do
I
the
got it.
action.
I got it.
Can you add the flour afterwards? Okay, so it's a bit, isn't it a rectangle a little bit?
Yep. Nice. so easily. I'm surprised. I thought it
Oh,
would.
now you've got to keep an even. Don't push it out too fast
Okay.
because we don't want to go too thin.
Nope.
How much does one batch make?
4
You
dozen.
said 4 dozen.
Slow down, slow down.
Okay. Just making sure that's just. Okay. Gina. Oh, okay.
Got the ruler.
So they're 3 inches
You did it
wide,
then.
and that's not a set thing, right?
What?
I
It's
mean,
not
you
a
can
set
make them
thing.
any size you want.
Oh, yeah,
I'm just
okay.
doing it what I've always done.
Yeah. Nice. They're the perfect size. 3 by.
Just the ruler of the ruler.
Keep the wheel, put the pressure on one side, otherwise it does that and you get a.
Gotta get one of those pastry wheels too.
It's not a pizza cutter.
Oh, it's a pizza cutter. I have a pizza cutter.
Well, it's a pastry wheel in the bakery. Isn't it?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Put that over there.
Mm.
Now I'm starting here because of this. We're
Mhm.
missing a piece up there.
But you could use some of this
We're
too.
going to use all of that.
Yeah. Okay. How thick then?
It's about
Oh, you just eyeballed that.
yeah.
Okay. 3/4 of an inch or
I don't think it's quite that
not
much.
even. No, it's not.
Maybe a little more than half an inch. So you can.
Get all those bits out
Yeah.
of there. Oh, that one didn't even make the grade.
Yeah,
No,
I was
no, no,
surprised.
Okay, do you want to carry on there?
Yeah, sure.
Just go back and keep the wheels.
Mm.
That's it.
Harder than it looks, huh?
We
Very
won't
nice.
use those two
So
when we
in-
pick them up.
Or 3.
Rejected. Oh my gosh, I'm worried about doing it now.
Let's wait till it's your turn, Kirsten.
Yeah, that's what I said. I'm a little worried. You have a lot more experience. We won't videotape when I do it, so it'll be okay.
Mine are moving.
I think you're
So I'm
pressing
doing
too hard on the.
Okay. There we go.
They're getting a bit thinner,
They're a
aren't
bit thinner there too, yeah.
Because if the more.
Mine will be a bit brown when we cook those buddies. Oh, there's Nick again.
Interesting, huh? Because the dough's so soft.
So soft.
And the wheel is a little wiggly, right?
Not if you put the weight on one side of it.
You
so
press it
doesn't-
against the ruler?
Yes, you have to press it against the ruler. Otherwise it just goes anywhere.
What was the lore that Lisa was telling me? After you retired, you continued to supply the shortbread?
So
Even the Claytons used to order it from my
they
dad.
Right.
did, Yeah.
You continued to
John and
supply.
Maureen Clayton always. Okay, now get the bits off.
Okay.
No, here you are.
And where did you first learn to make this? When you were in Birmingham?
Yeah.
Oh, really? Is this
In
what you
where?
and Auntie Joyce made, or?
No. Okay.
What did you go to?
Oh, cute.
Bakery school or
Did
something?
you catch
Yeah.
that, Kirsty?
Yeah, I'm watching it.
Birmingham College of Food and Domestic Arts.
And is that where you
That's where I
learned?
met Sylvia.
What's it called again?
Birmingham College of Food and Domestic Arts.
So cool.
Did I miss them?
See, and I thought the dots were like
I
an
know.
intentional thing.
Thought they were like a fork.
Me too.
They are
And
intentional.
I love the way they go diagonal.
Let's see the cutter thing. That's like
Or
a, what
even
is
just
that? The orange
Okay,
thing.
you ready?
It's a pastry. Well,
You're watching.
it's one of these from Germany.
Germany. Of course it's from Germany.
Mm-hmm. Yep, there's a whole selection of different ones
Yeah.
for different purposes.
Some of these are a bit thin.
Mm.
Well,
That'll be okay.
that one's not going
Okay,
in.
there you go.
You got to be a first time, right?
I don't mind them if they're a little bit browner, a little bit
Yeah,
crunchier.
it's risky there.
I know. And so then we have to spread them out a
Yeah,
tiny bit.
Yeah, just go as far as that
I
one that
will.
we're gonna.
I'll stop there. So you can
That's,
get.
that's probably enough on there.
Okay. How many can you get on here?
Probably got too many. Okay, so we use the one big one and the smaller one. Be enough.
Is that too crowded?
Oh, it's not too bad. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Lovely. Didn't kind of cut through all the way.
All this.
Those two.
You need some flour. Oh, okay. You need some flour underneath it.
Do that.
A little bit. And a bit on top. Some on top, I should say.
You need a bit more than that.
It's the difference between some and a bit. This is a good angle and we can see the thickness.
But you always get those bumpy edges.
Yeah, you can't get away from it. A lot of people
Is that good?
put it on cut it after it's baked.
Oh.
But then you get a lot of
You get-
crumbs.
But yeah.
If you do it this way, you never get crumbs, right?
Oh, because when it comes out, it's still like slightly soft, malleable enough to cut it without it crunching.
Yeah, if you cut it while it's still warm.
Right. What about the Scottish way where they have those cool prints too? Those like.
Yeah, but that's a mold that you put
Oh.
the shortbread on and flatten it down. We used to do those at the bakery.
Yeah, you
remember
did. The rounds.
The round ones?
I remember.
And what were they? They
You
were
have
shortbread?
No,
Oh.
Lee Valley.
I'm gonna get one.
Lee Valley. Okay.
They're shortbread
Okay.
molds? I don't
Yeah.
remember.
I remember.
Okay, that's a little bit thin.
What?
No, you're making it thinner.
No, I was just trying to get the prints out. Okay.
So
So if
measure.
I'm gonna wanna do
measure
3
the-
inches.
Yeah.
I gotta, ooh, I'm not gonna get much out of this one. Oh, especially when you do that. You didn't catch that.
No.
No,
Measure
no,
the
no,
3
no.
inches first.
Okay. What?
Put it in the middle. There you go.
Okay. Alrighty. Okay, so like that.
No, that's a bit wide.
That's too wide. Like that.
A little bit more this way.
Because they puff up.
The idea is to get them consistent size.
Yeah.
Okay.
So if I
Because
did.
they bake evenly then.
Yeah, exactly.
Seems like it's easier on the smaller piece of dough.
Yeah. So when you did this in the bakery and you were doing so much, Did you have one of those? Did you use that cool thing with all the wheels on it and you pushed it over? No. That was for
That was for-
Danish pastries. Or,
Yeah, I remember that.
yeah. I loved that. We should go back there and photograph some of those old tools that we used to use. Do you think they still do that, Dad, or still have them?
I don't know what they've got right now because it's been how many years?
How many?
Lots. How long? Well, my dad did go back even after he retired, right? And
Yeah.
was helping and working 1 day a week.
Yeah.
So this we'll put in the next mixing. We won't try.
Oh, yeah,
we
good
won't
idea.
Try and
Okay. Yeah. Otherwise, it will just not be so good. Oh yeah.
Oh.
Ooh. Ready?
Yep. Very uniform.
okay.
Nice.
That's a tester right there. Ready. How's the oven temp?
I think it's about 370.
And how? Because
Maybe
Should I turn it down?
the
then?
oven says 350.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but
Bad oven.
that's not right.
Okay.
You know, I was getting lots of problems with baking, and so I bought this one for inside.
Okay. And so how is it supposed to be?
350, but
Oh.
that's not accurate.
Okay.
So you want me to turn it down a bit?
All right, David.
Oops. Okay.
All right.
Put my thinner ones in the middle. So what would you
Oh,
say
that's
that
not-
thickness is, Dad?
That's not quite. Yeah. I thought I was going to get.
Is it not 3? Oh yeah, it's 3.
Yeah,
There you go.
just cut that out, and we'll fill that one up,
Okay.
and then those bits can go in the next one.
Okay. How many dozen shortbread did you used to make every Christmas?
At the bakery.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we were making it every day.
How many dozen every day?
I don't know, 2 or 3.
2 or 3 batches of 12 pounds of butter?
We used to buy the butter. You'd bring the butter in by the caseload, right?
Mm.
No.
Oh yeah, yeah. Okay, these are good thickies here.
I miss the Japanese.
Oh, they were my favorite too.
My dad's favorite.
Were they or Dad?
Oh yeah. My dad loved all of them. We got Japanese, vanilla slices, Japanese. He loved.
Hans was a fan of the bakery.
Oh, I love the Japanese. Yeah, always. He's my dad was very frugal, but that was his favorite. Yeah. Yep. And the caraway rye. Did you make
Oh,
that? I
yeah.
think you made that. Yeah, he loved that. Oh, I hated
Well,
caraway.
that would remind him of his.
Yeah, I didn't like it at all, but I had to eat it.
Do you want me
Yep.
to dump this off, Dad? These bits? Should I go like that?
No. Okay,
I can edit everything. I can make the frame smaller. Okay?
Oh, it's a big lump. It's a big lump of, right?
I don't want to spill it on
But
the
the thing is,
side.
technically, what those big lumps in,
Yeah,
it's
no, I
gonna
get it.
be
Yeah,
throwing
yeah, I
the
get it.
flour.
I get it. Sorry. Concentrate. I don't know what. Yeah, we're good?
Yeah.
That's a good idea.
Push it in. There we go. I feel it.
Now push
Watch out
that
for your
down.
pinkies. Oh yeah.
Is it
Yeah.
solid? Okay. And then just turn it on and off.
For the freezer.
Wait, before you put it in there, we might slice it. Thank you, babe.
Just a couple like that. It's going separate. Yeah, you can do that.
And we're just leaving it on that one.
Yeah.
Is this a cookie tray or not? I mean, I'm pretty sure.
11:30.
You know,
11:30.
you want just in the middle of whatever. Yeah. I don't remember. My brain.
I think it was last November.
So 20 minutes in the oven?
20. Do we need to set a timer?
Yeah, we're going to turn reverse them and turn them around.
Okay, so what we need a timer. How much? And then you're gonna.
10 seconds.
Oh, gosh. Okay, I got it. 10 minutes, right? 10 minutes?
10 minutes. Work further onto the counter so that you're not dropping it onto the floor. That's it. Dried apricot.
Nick.
Ooh, look at those. Jasmine fruit.
Almost. A dropper.
I'll do the dishes after, Dad.
Okay.
And I'm making a loaf, right?
Yeah, but you're going to pull it together. You don't worry about.
What do you mean by pulling it together?
Okay, well, all right. Well, stop what you're doing.
Step back.
Pulling it together
Oh,
means.
look at you're
roll it
you're not
out.
being too gentle,
No, I'm way too gentle.
but just
Very
not
tentative.
too much of it.
Right.
Yeah. Cool.
And that roll puts it together.
Okay, so you put a dusting of flour on
Yeah,
there.
I don't have the wrist technique though. It's way too much.
It does take 30 years to get that, Kirsty.
Yeah, it's okay.
A little more.
More.
Or maybe 50.
There you go.
Okay.
Okay.
And,
Rolling
and
now.
Even weight, backwards and forwards. That's it, both directions. You're pushing. If you're breaking it, you're pushing it too hard.
Wow, I'm hardly pushing.
Okay, push it the other direction because we want it oblong. That's it. Beautiful.
Just the weight of the rolling pin.
Yeah, it's a lovely heavy pin. And approximately how thick is it going to be? You know, I mean, you do it all by eye.
Yeah.
Let's take a little measurement just for giving an
I'm
approximation.
not giving you one. You've asked me many
I know.
times.
Let's
It's not-
but
yeah,
let's
yeah.
take one with a ruler once he says it's the right thickness.
Okay, now your pin's getting shiny, so we just the butter. That's it. Just
On
give it a
on here,
quick-
right?
Yep. Okay, that's enough. Because it'll roll, it'll push the flour around a little bit.
So when it starts to look breaking, you're just pressing too hard. Like
Going
that.
too fast.
Over there.
Yeah, you need even. You're getting close now.
A little bit more flour.
I don't think so, because let me just have that.
It's kind of thicker at the top, huh?
Yeah, yeah. It tends to you tend to do it that way. I think that'll do. Wait till we've got one cut.
Well, it looks like about 5 millimeters to me. Not that we're doing metric anywhere here, but anyways, let me see on the other side of the. Yeah, I don't know what that is for inches. Less
It'd
a
be
half,
easy-
half an inch, whatever that is. Okay, where we got ruler? Oh my gosh, now I've got the every
Pressure.
3 inches. I make a mark, right?
Yeah.
Starting at the top.
Yeah. Go to the widest spot. Oh, now you've got 12 there, right? So just
Mhm.
pull
Bring
it down,
down.
and then we will be Yeah.
And I'm just doing a mark like this,
mark
right?
every 3 inches. No?
Yes.
Oh, that's it. Yeah. I mean, you can cut them whatever size you want. Okay.
Okay, now.
Yeah. I mean, if you sometimes you can do another mark here
Right.
and line them up, but it's easy just. I mean, we're not doing.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, so now I'm
Okay.
cutting, right?
Yeah.
And this is the gentle. You're pushing it down, or you just roll? I don't think I went through the dough.
You're pressing it against the ruler
Yeah.
too. That's important.
Seems like there's something on the ruler. I know. It felt like there was something on the ruler.
There you go.
Thank you.
Yeah, just tight or wait for the.
Easy for you to say.
Oop.
Yeah.
I know.
It would be easy to press the ruler too hard and to make an indentation. Anyways, the pointer. What happens if you use this one? Bad.
That's the one I use.
Oh, that's the one I was supposed to. I
Yeah.
used the wrong one.
Oh, that's why they look so different.
Well, yeah. No, it's fine. You can use whatever you want.
Of course.
Okay.
You can bake.
They need to be consistent, otherwise
Yeah, I
they'll
know.
bake differently.
Know which ones are mine.
The timer went.
You want to wear the oven gloves that you?
I know they're not. These ones are a little thinner. So we turn them again after 10?
Well, it's only because of this oven. I
Right.
mean, your oven, you might not have to turn them at all.
Okay. Yeah, I
Okay,
totally, these
now
are not consistent.
make some space for that, for this last piece.
Okay, and what are we doing? You're gonna make something?
Well,
Last piece? Here you go. You got the big book out. How you mean business there with the random encyclopedia.
okay.
Oh, look at the ends are getting brown.